streets every day. You're taking methamphetamine
Yes, and under this
criminal
administration,
aliens
for the
off the
last
streets
year, we've
every
got the
day.
highest fentanyl death in the history of our country.
How many have we not catch because we're focusing on these families? And that's the problem.
And we're working on it.
Where's the results?
New leaked video showing a tense confrontation between Border Patrol agents and their chief during DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas's visit to Laredo, Texas. This comes as Kamala Harris admits it's going to take a, quote, long period of time to address the root causes of illegal immigration.
The work we need to do is going to be work that will manifest over a long period of time. Hopefully not too long, but certainly not overnight. Solutions, if they're going to have any impact, will not occur overnight.
Our next guest just returned from the border where he learned about illegals, from illegals and migrants about the dangers cartels are presented. U.S. Senate candidate for Ohio, Bernie Moreno, joins us now. Bernie, thanks for being here. Thanks for making the trip. If you would, you've got Border Patrol agents in revolt because they're not allowed to do their job. You've got Kamala Harris saying it's all about root causes, but it's going to take a while. When you're down there, what do you see?
Well, she's exactly wrong. You can't solve a problem by ignoring it. She's never even been there. The reality is the Border Patrol agents aren't asking for more resources. They're not even asking for more people. What they want is good policy. And these policies can happen overnight. We can fix the problem. But she's your typical politician that won't go down there and actually talk to the frontline people. That's why I went down there. These things can be fixed, Pete. We need to defend our country, and we need to insist that leaders defend us and keep us safe.
Well, I'm told what you saw down there was harrowing. Cartels, rapes, or at least word of those things. What did you see as far as right now on the border, what the cartels are doing?
Well, what we're doing, what the policies of Joe Biden are doing is absolutely devastating to these migrants. They go through a terrible journey. The women are raped. 12-year-old girls are forced to take birth control because they know they're going to be raped along the journey. The women we met had been sexually assaulted. The men had been beaten and held at gunpoint. They got charged a river tax for crossing into our country. We cannot allow that kind of destruction of humanity to occur because of our bad policies. And again, these things can be fixed. It's not complicated. It's common sense.
That's exactly right. That's why what Kamala Harris said has been a sham from the beginning. It's a sham today. What I respect a lot more are the guys and gals on the border actually doing the job. You saw that revolt to the border chief there. Is that in keeping with what you heard as well from Border Patrol agents, that they're chomping to do their job? It's just, and we know the political leadership is failing them. Is the leadership of the Border Patrol at the top complicit because they're willing to go along with policies they know don't work?
Well, I think they're put in a very tough situation because the policies don't come from them. The policies come right out of Washington, D.C. This is intentional. We're using these migrants as political pawns to create what they want, which is a different voter, a different demographic in America. The Border Patrol agent that we met with himself had captured one person with enough fentanyl on him to kill 450,000 people. Just one out of what he estimates is 1 million that got away. So 1 million that got away. Our country is in grave danger. We're being invaded at our southern border, and Joe Biden is more concerned about the Ukraine border than our own border. We have to make this a top priority.
Amen. If we don't have a border, we don't have a country, as Donald Trump talked about. And right now, we don't have one. Yet we're obsessed with one halfway around the world. Bernie Moreno, you run for the Senate in Ohio. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, for going down to the border and actually caring about it, which is all we want from our leaders, and we're certainly not getting right now. Thank you, Bernie.